Morning, trucking this morning. Not a big adventure, but yeah, just running a bit of seed out to the other farm, to the other silo. We've got our starter fertiliser coming for winter cropping next week, so we're just making a bit of room at home, and yeah, just shuffling a bit of grain around. So we can receive that delivery. Tony, we've had a few issues with the boom spray. We've had a bit of a gremlin appear. Not too sure what's happened. We had the guys out from Dick and Zag, and they whether there's a break in the loom somewhere. But anyway, they got it going, and so yeah, he's finished spraying out the back here where I am now, and we've just got 40 hectares to do at home, but it's got quite breezy again today, and the wind was sort of in the wrong direction. It was sort of blowing towards the rice, so we sort of just played it on the safe side, just in case we sort of didn't want a chemical drifting across onto the rice. Brendan's down doing fire breaks, contract fire breaks. We've had I've lost my tarp. Load it up. Hang on, what's happened here? Not sure what's going on. I just caught it in the rear vision mirror. It's not ideal. Yeah, bear with me for a minute. Fingers crossed it hasn't torn it. Alright, rolling again. I don't know what's happened. Yeah, I know who rolled the tarp. It wasn't me, but anyway. It's actually bent the tube the tarp rolls up in. So anyway, I've got it rolled up, and I just couldn't roll it over and secure it closed. So anyway, I'll have to pull the pipe off and straighten it. So, not too sure where I was at, to be honest. So yeah, we're doing contract fire breaks. That's where Brendan's up to. Just finishing off watering the corn for hopefully the last time. Got Miranda coming. She's coming about lunchtime, I think, just to have a look at the rice, and because it's getting to the pointy end of locking it up, which I mentioned in the last one, or a couple ago. So yeah, we'll have a good look at it, and hopefully, yeah, get a bit of her perspective, and yeah, just usual farm stuff. So yeah, I've just been doing a bit of work on the header as well, which you'll see. Yeah, just trying to get it finalised and sort of tick a few of those jobs off, and we'll start to attack the air seeder probably next week. We're end of the week again, so I'm not too sure where the days are going at the moment. They seem to be ticking off pretty quickly. So yeah. Anyway, it's plenty happening. Tipper a washout, just to get all that treated grain out, because yeah, the last thing we want is treated grain and yeah, good grain mixed together. It's a big no-no. So yeah, as I said, we've just got a bit there with this fertiliser coming. We just need to make some room for it. So we're actually going to mix a couple of varieties of wheat together, that now that we've got our seed, they don't need to be separated, and we'll either use it as sheep feed, or going forward we'll just sell it. So yeah, it's and anyway, just got a text from Miranda, so she's on her way to have a look at the rice. So yeah, once she gets here, we'll have a look at that. That's what I looked at, but I reckon it was the crop was just shorter.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I have noticed that actually.
Yeah, there was just a patch of about as big as the ute that was, I thought, starting to go down, and it was just a short patch. Yeah. Okay. What's it going to yield?
Love a nice 15 tonne.
Oh yeah. Pete wouldn't commit.
It's just too hard.
Yeah.
Rice is one of those crops you just don't know till a head is to it.
Yeah.
Like you just don't know like this.
Heads are hanging, which is always a good sign.
Look here, so I'll just grab one of these ones that are more mature. So yeah, the ones up here are going to be more mature, so I'll just check those, and they're they're at that hard seed. So if it's at that dough stage, they'll sort of split in half, and obviously if they're milky, you'll squeeze them and
Yeah, they pop.
like this one will probably pop.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's sort of that milky stage, and that's on one of the higher heads. So you know, he's probably 90% hard seed. But then if you look down, like we've got some ones down here like this, which he's going to fill. But see, he's still filling.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Yeah, getting there. I can still put a dent in there.
In it,
and then down here. Yeah. So a little bit, like, it's just hard just with that risk of haying off before the middle of March just because of the weather we're having. The other thing too with VO71, it stays a lot greener, so it's very deceptive. So I don't know if you get to see it on that camera, but there's a photo I took of a document today.
Because it's sort of, well, everyone's growing it now, isn't it?
So that's VO71 on that side. This is from Rice Extension.
Yeah.
VO71 there, and there's Rosique.
Oh wow.
Shirk is very similar. The colour difference.
Same day sowing.
Yep, same maturity. Everything's same maturity. 26% grain moisture in both.
Yep.
And that's the colour of VO71. So it's gonna probably not get much lighter than this, really.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to keep ground truthing it, which is fine.
Yeah. We've still got, what do we got? 4 inches of water there, 100 ml of water roughly.
Yeah. So it'll keep using that water. It'll stop using that water once these all go hard, like these higher ones.
Yeah.
Like that's when, once it reaches that maturity, it's not going to use anymore. But because we've got these lower heads that are just still filling, it's just going to keep using that moisture.
Yeah.
This, as we said, the hot weather, it's obviously going to keep using it. Then it's going to help everything sort of even up.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Which is probably going to be good timing, and then towards the end of the month it'll cool off a bit, which will help.
We hope it does.
Yeah, well that's true.
Yeah,
fingers crossed actually.
Cool.
But yeah, we'll just keep an eye out now for mice, as we said, as this continues to mature.
Armyworm they should be all non-existent with a bit of luck. I did find a couple of live ones the other day.
I think our timing was relatively good. When was that sprayed again, John?
One just there.
Oh yeah.
Never alive.
Oh yeah, I see.
No, he's dead.
It looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
Yeah. What are we? We're a week Sunday. Sunday.
Yeah.
So we're probably spot on, really.
Yeah, I reckon. If we'd gone earlier than that, we might be looking at another infestation. But
yeah.
Fingers crossed we're only going to need that one. And obviously now we're getting close to that threshold as well, harvest withhold.
Yes, sort of, yeah.
So we've got that month.
Hands are really tired anyway, aren't you?
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just keep checking this. Just don't rely on that colour. That's the big one.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, these newer varieties that have come through, just according to Rice Extension, they do mature a bit more evenly. I think varieties in the past, there was a lot of variation with these higher heads and lower ones.
We don't, well, I know in the past we've had those patches like duck holes and that, and it's, green is green. But this is, I should put the drone up again and just have a look at it because it looks,
Actually, I've got your, I don't know if you've ever seen it on there. I went on data farming this morning and there was an NDVI image yesterday. So there's that one. So
cool.
Little must
So
be a
it's
little
still
bit greener along that
fill side where the fill is.
Yeah. So other than that, like it's pretty even.
Consistent. Yeah.
Really. Cool. Which is helps a lot.
Yeah.
Especially with drainage and.
Well, harvest.
Yeah. That's it.
So, cool.
Oh, chicken along quite well.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll just keep checking this probably. Keep coming out every few days and just checking your water and the like.
Which I am.
Just do that.
Sort of locking it up and then putting a bit on it and then I'm not sort of.
Yeah, perfect.
There's only a couple of eggs coming in at the moment in here, but like the rest of it's sort of pretty good. So.
Yeah, lovely. And as we get closer to sort of that harvest window, we'll just keep running some samples in and get that moisture tested and the like. And
because generally once it's dry, once the ground's dry.
Pretty much.
As soon as it's trafficable, it's pretty much ready to go.
That's how it's supposed to even up, and that's why guys go more drainage than lock up. Because of that, it just some guys just lock up and let it naturally drain off.
Yep.
Whereas if you can just drain without that lock up, it's a lot more even and quicker.
Yeah, right. Yeah, which we can do here. We've got that dam empty. Well, we can.
Yeah, perfect.
yeah, just use it, get rid of it. Yeah,
lovely. And with your soil type too and everything.
Yeah, it won't. It'll be pretty good.
It'll be really good. So fingers crossed. But yeah, ideally by the time it's tractable,
It's ready to go.
It's ready to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably come back again next week, towards the end of next week, have another look. With VO71, just to help make sure we've filled everything, what we'll do, check, and once we're happy, probably give it another 5 days.
Yeah.
And then start draining.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's going to dry. We can drain it pretty quick. That's
exactly
the thing. Like
right.
it's,
yeah.
36 hours. We'll have the water. We can have the water off it.
Yeah.
So.
And a week in these conditions and for the rest of this month isn't going to matter.
No.
So we can just make sure that we've got everything filled.
Yeah. Because what do they say? They ideally want the water off by the end of March.
Something like that, yeah. Considering your sowing time, you're in the window. Yeah. Like I'll have some stuff that's a lot later than that, and I'll potentially have some stuff that's a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But I would say with how yours is tracking, we'll probably be looking around that end of March.
Yep.
I reckon.
Mid-April harvest, something like that.
That'd be ideal, like that sort of middle, when Easter's usually in the middle of April type thing. I mean, Easter's early this year, but that usual Easter window.
Cool. Oh, the countdown's on.
Not far away, you're in the header in no time.
No, just got to get the header organised. Oh, that's all looking pretty handy. So yeah, general consensus is we'll leave the water on the rice for another couple of weeks. The guys are going to come and have another look next week, later next week, and we'll get a bit better of an idea. And yeah, the corn, look, we'll just about to finish doing it now. I'm just heading down to change the bay on it, but hopefully it'll be very close to the last watering. I think I did mention, but looking at the probe has plateaued. It's sort of stopped using water, so we just thought with this hot, it's pretty hot today. It's sort of 35, and they're sort of talking high 30s tomorrow, and I think nearly the next 4 days. So if that's the case, well, we just thought it'd be better to be safe. We'll just give it a drink now, and then hopefully that'll be the end of it. But it's all sort of touch wood, it's going to plan, but as you've probably picked up by now, it can change very rapidly. So anyway, we'll get this done, and go a bit long, but it doesn't matter. Look, it's recycled dam here, it was recently empty, but just pumping the last 2 bays, or one of the last bay now. Once we get this bay watered, it'll be about 3 hours roughly. We'll send it back around to the pivot dam. Tony's just gone up to start it. We're going to just going to finish the other half of the loosen circle. So, and just try and probably from now on, just try and concentrate. I'll probably water it again next week. I just want to get that, as I sort of mentioned earlier on a couple of videos ago, I want to get that banker feed for the lambing ewes, or the twin lambing ewes. We're feeding them sort of every day. We've been giving them a bit of loosened hay, and they're hooking into it like they're they're looking for tucker, but it's it's a bit of a fine line. We're probably, 10 days, I reckon, before lambing, we want to throw them on the green feed, just because they can get, if they get too fat, they have trouble lambing then. So you try and keep their weight a bit lean, and then once obviously they're lambed and they're producing milk, they're essentially, they're eating for 3. That's when we sort of get them, get that green feed going, or sort of, as I said, that 10 days prior to lambing, we chuck them on and get them to pick up a bit more then. But loosen hay, and they're getting, wheat trail fed every day at the moment, so they're getting plenty of protein and energy, so they're not going hungry by any stretch. So, but ducks are having a wow of a time anyway. It's good weather for it. Alright, we're about finished up for this one. Water's all done, got the pivot running here. We're just putting 30 mil on the other half of the loosened pivot. And yeah, I've still got water running on the rice, obviously. Yeah, anyway, thanks again. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you on the next one. Ta-da.